Yo, yo, what's up? What's up, man? Not supposed to be here, but we here. I told you guys I wasn't going to do this commentary for this fight, but I'm here, man. Welcome to Jake Paul against Tommy Fury, ESPN pay, and I'm here. Let me turn this off. What's up with you guys? Who's here? Who's here? Hit me in the chats. Who's in there waiting? All right, so I'll wait till a few more people to join up before I start going off about what's going on with the sport right now. I seen a funny video this morning with Adrian Broner. I want to talk about that. What's up, El Chivo? What's good with you, man? You got Jake by KO. Yeah, I have Jake winning. I don't know if I'm gonna have him by KO though. I got Jake winning, and then what else I got? I got Bottle Jack winning today too. Yo, Kane was good. Yeah, I got Bottle Jack winning too. I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm gonna tell you why I got him winning. But yeah, I got Jake winning today, man. I wasn't gonna do no breakdown or anything for that fight, but I have Jake winning this fight, man. I don't really believe that that Tommy Fury is any more of a boxer than Jake Paul. You know, yeah, I just don't. It is crazy because it's not like I'm sitting here defending Jake Paul, but I mean Tommy Fury is no more legit than Jake Paul. If anything, he's less legit than Jake Paul. It's just I don't know. You know. Yeah, Scott, we watching this, man. We're here. I was sitting here thinking about it because I had to be out of here. I actually told y'all the other day I wanted to cover the fight, but I thought the fight was going to be on Saturday night. This is the first fight. That's not the first fight because I was into the Woodley fight. I did care about the Woodley fight. I did care about that. I guess I cared for the Anderson Silva fight too. But this fight, I care about it more so because I actually want to see Jake Paul win and him knock out Tommy Fury. Like something about Tommy Fury just rubs me off the wrong way. Like I don't think that guy is legit at all. They're promoting this fight as him being a real boxer, but I don't think he's any better than anyone that Jake Paul has faced up to this point. I know he has a Fury name. I know he's a pro boxer. I know he's not an MMA guy, but he's not legit to me neither. I mean, his resume is terrible, bro. Yo, we might as well talk about it. What's up, everyone that's in the chat? What's up? Who's in here, man? El Chivo, Kane, Fotex, 444, Jermaine Bean, Scott, Charles Edward Cheese is here, Mark, J.O. Pilot, what's happening? Zach, what's up? Condo Locos in the building. I am Dwayne is here. Saga, what's up? What's up? Yo, all right, let's talk about it, man. The way I look at this fight in between the two, all right, and y'all could disagree, and it's cool if you do. The way I look at this fight, when I look at Tommy Fury and see who he's fought and his resume, his resume is starting out like a lot of other fighters do, maybe except like the big time, like Olympian fighters, or the super popular prospects on the come up, like guys that we watch in the amateurs that are famous, and a lot of people knew them before they get to the professional ranking. So I'm not including those guys. But if you look at most boxers that start pro, they start fighting guys that are also on their debut fights. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll find guys that, they might have some losing records and stuff. My man, this dude fought somebody that's 10-102. Tommy Fury fought someone. He fought someone that is 10-102. His first fight, he fought a guy that lost 102 times. You can't tell me And that guy, whoever that guy is, he's going around. And the second guy he fought is 0-26. This guy that's 0-26 is going around town, right? Let's see where he's from. He's from the UK. So this guy, Callum, he's going around telling people that he's a professional boxer. You can't tell me that this guy has any more credibility than Nate Robinson. You can't tell me that. Because Nate Robinson, even though he's a basketball player, at least we know that he's an athlete, right? He is an amazing athlete. You go and fight a guy that lost 26 times in 28 fights, right? 2 draws, and you didn't beat one person. And Tommy Fury, they said, okay, let's put him in the ring with him. Yo, my man, 10-102. Anderson Silva would have destroyed him. Tyron Woodley would have destroyed him. Who else he fought? Ben Askren would have destroyed him. Nate Robinson would have destroyed him. Gibb, I don't know who that is. So that's the other YouTube guy he fought. I never seen that fight. But you guys get my drift. These guys is walking around here. And then the third fight, he went for somebody that was 2-26. And in the fourth fight, he fought someone that was 0-11, then 0-9. This is a guy that's walking around here talking about, yo, I'm a professional boxer. All you did was get the license and stepped in the ring and got your ass kicked. You can't tell me this guy's resume is any more legitimate than Jake Paul. He is not a professional boxer. He is not a professional boxer. So why are we going around saying, yo, this is the first time he went in there with a real boxer? No, I'm sorry, but at least Anderson Silva is legitimate. Like, he might have not had a whole career of boxing, but he was a legitimate boxer, right? He is one of the greatest MMA fighters, arguably the greatest MMA fighter at all time. He's actually one of the greatest strikers of all time. Like, so he has more credibility than these guys that are professional boxers. Anthony Taylor, 0-1. Jordan Grant, 2-0. Scott Williams, 0-9. Yo, come on. Like, what are we doing here? The last guy he fought, Daniel Bokansky, he went to decision with that guy. That was the first decent boxer he fought. The first decent boxer. So why are we going around saying, oh, this guy is a professional? He's not a professional boxer neither. He's no more legit than Jake Paul. Jake Paul has a better resume than Tommy Fury. And it's not even debatable. It's not even close. At least Jake Paul beat one of the former UFC, one of the best UFC middleweights in Tyron Woodley, right? Woodley was, again, he was at the time in his prime, he was one of the best strikers in all of the UFC. All of the UFC. He was knocking everybody out. And then Anderson Silva, I don't have to talk about it. So Jake Paul is his resume is better. I mean, listen, if he loses and gets exposed, that's cool. None of us believe that Jake Paul is like a real boxer at the end of the day. But his resume is better. Tommy Fury's resume is the worst resume I've ever seen in my life, as far as like a winning record. This is pathetic. Like 10-102, 0-26. You fought guys. How many fighters he fought? He fought 4 guys. Out of his 8 fights, half his fights say 0. He fought 4 fighters that never won a fight in their life. Yo, he fought 4 fighters that's never won a damn professional fight in their life. And y'all sitting here trying to tell me he's a professional boxer? Are y'all bugging? That's crazy. He might as well have just fought me at this point. Like, how do you lose 102 times, yo? Oh my God. How do you lose 102 times, yo? I just can't get it, man. How do you lose 102 times? 102 times you took a L? That's crazy. Okay, I'll give him a little. Oh no, I'm sorry. This this his resume has been updated since. It's 113 times. All right. But he's still on 10 wins. And he added a draw to that. So I'm gonna give Mr. uh Andre Jeeves or whatever his name. I'm not gonna try to butcher his name. He's from Latvia. So he's 10 and 113 now. So I'm gonna give him his props because he did add an extra draw to his record. And he's only been knocked out 18 times. So he clearly has somewhat of a chin to only get stopped 18 times. You know, I mean, he got to be pretty good because Tommy Fury didn't even stop him. That went to a points decision. That's crazy. What are you guys talking about here, man? I know I just had to go on this rant because I'm like, I'm thinking about the fight, and I look up this guy just like a little while ago, and I'm like, I can't believe people keep saying this guy's a real boxer. Why? That's crazy. El Chivo said the Ripper decision. Yeah, yeah. Let me speak on that real quick. Um, I got the Ripper winning. Why? So, I was looking at the odds and I see that Makabo is like a slight favorite. This is a title fight at cruiserweight. I feel like Jack Battle Jack always underperforms. Like in a way where outside of the Anthony Durrell fight, right? I feel like he just doesn't do enough to get a clear win. Some of the fights he won, like the Richard Rivera in his last fight, where I don't think he won that fight. I feel like he either all his wins or all his fights are disputable. Even some of his losses are disputable. Some of the draws are disputable. Some of the wins are disputable. I feel like he just does enough to where it's competitive, but it's not like a clear win for Battle Jack. But we're in Saudi Arabia, or this fight is in Saudi Arabia. Battle Jack has heavy pull out there. If this fight is going to be close and competitive, which I believe it is, I believe that Battle Jack wins a title today. I bet it straight up and I hedged it with a draw because if he happens to be losing the fight, but it's still close, like let's say if Makabu wins 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5, couple of you got a couple swing rounds in there. I feel like they would give him the draw and not give him a straight loss. This fight is in Saudi Arabia. I think Battle Jack could win the fight. You know, Makabu, good fighter, is just sometimes he's really good. Sometimes he looks really dangerous. Sometimes he doesn't look that good. I think the biggest issue I've always had with Makabu watching this fight is his balance. His balance is all over the place. He is like very poor. I was saying this about Jamal James last night. Poor balance. But he has power. He's been at cruiserweight. I know Jack has just got there. If Jack really wanted to, and he really wanted to press the fight, he could win. But Jack gives too many rounds away before he gets it going. He gives too many rounds away. So I put a little bit of money on the draw, and I have Battle Jack winning this one, and I think it's probably going to be a decision. I'm not expecting Jack to like win it by a stoppage or anything like that. I think it's going to be Jack. Jack is just not aggressive as enough for me to think that he can stop Makabu. And Jack hasn't been stopped since losing to Was it Porky Medina back in the day? Was it Porky Medina? Let me look it up because it's been a long time since I remember. I don't know if he's gotten stopped. All right. Nah, Derek Edwards stopped him in the first round. I remember that fight. Yeah, it was Derek Edwards that do it. All right, he had a draw with Paraban back then. I remember that. Derek Edwards. Derek Edwards was a dangerous journeyman back then. He ended up stopping Bottle Jack. Then Bottle Jack went on a winning streak, beat Anthony Durrell, um, which was a great win for him. Then he had the George Groves fight, which was it was a split decision win, but it was a very disputable win there. You know, and he had the Adonis Stevenson fight, which was weird. Stevenson was already old at that point. That was a fight where I feel like Bottle could have done more. He just waited too long to get it going. All right. Of course, we saw what happened in the Marcus Brown fight. Clear win for Marcus Brown, like clear win. And then, Bottle Jack had that nasty cut, probably one of the worst cuts of all time. That had to be one of the. It looks like someone took a hatchet and just hit him in the center of his head with it. Biggest cut I've ever seen. And then he had a John Pascal split decision loss, but I think that's when Pascal tested positive after their fight. And then he had a bunch of other fights. And then he had a couple of them in Dubai and in Saudi Arabia. And that last fight against Rivera, I thought he lost that fight. It was a split decision win. You guys remember that guy, Popeye. I think I was covering it live. That was on the Joshua Usyk undercard. All right. All right. So let me go through some of the comments, see what you guys talking about in here. What are you guys saying in here? What's up, everyone that's joining, man? Jermaine Bean. Oh, yeah, I want to talk. Jermaine Bean sent me, I think it was you that sent me that Adrian Broner video earlier on Instagram. J.O. Powell says, ain't no wave like Boxingwave. That's right. I am Dwayne this time says Tommy Fury's biggest accomplishment in boxing is being related to Tyson Fury. I agree. And you know what? It's okay if you're learning and you're going through the process of fighting, some journeymen through the process. But my thing is, he's being promoted and marketed as this real boxer. Like, this is the first real text of Jake Paul. And I disagree with that. I don't think Tommy Fury is any more legitimate than the people that Jake Paul has already faced. Even though those guys were MMA fighters, they might be better than Tommy Fury, J.O. Powell said Jake's more of a boxer than Tommy. I agree with that. Zach says they are both equally not good. You might be right. Listen, Tommy might end up getting in a knockout today and ending all of this. But based on what we've seen so far, I haven't seen anything special with Tommy Fury neither. Icky Sun says, what's up? Hello, Wave. What's up with you, bro? Even 4-8. Oh, he's fought bums. He's fought bums. Yeah, he's fought some of the worst out there. Clay says he's just trying to get the over. He just wants more than 7 rounds. Scott says, imagine being 10 and 102 and think his parents are proud. Yeah, but you know what? And there's guys with worse records than that. I've seen them. And my thing is, like, obviously they're just getting paid. You're just getting a check. But I hope this guy and him and others are not taking too much punishment with these losses. Hopefully he's just taking a dive and then going on his way. He actually went the distance with Tommy Fury, which is crazy. You went the distance with someone that's 10 and 102. It's crazy to me. Even in your first debut fight, that's crazy. Santiago Media says 0-26 records. Yeah, it's crazy. Eric says those are professional divers for sure. Exactly. CMP says, damn, Nate Robinson too. Yeah, Is Nate Robinson any worse than some of these guys? Is he any worse? You know, Roder says, "Bro, what I thought you weren't covering this fight." Yeah, I wasn't. I really wasn't. I wasn't gonna be able to. I'm not even supposed to be home right now, but you know, I'm here, man. I'm here. Not for nothing. Since we're talking about it, I'm surprised at the amount of great fighters that are out there in Saudi Arabia now. If you look at in social media, everybody that's somebody is out there. You got Deontay Wilder out there. Is taking pictures with Mike Tyson and Derek Chisora. They're doing interviews. You got Sean Porter's out there. Devin Haney is out there. Tyson Fury, obviously, to support his family, he's out there. There's a lot of big time people out there for this fight. They're out there. Floyd Mayweather had an exhibition yesterday, and no one was there. I'm not saying that no one filled the arena, but as far as there's a lot of big time people out there for this fight, you know. But I wasn't gonna cover it, but I am interested in the fight. I am seeing. I just want to see what happens here. But to be honest, if Jake Paul happens to win this fight, it doesn't change anything for me. The only thing is the WBC is planning on ranking him officially in their rankings. Uh, what's going to happen here? I don't know, because I can't see Jake Paul fighting legit ranked fighters if they don't have a name. Because you don't want to get beaten by a guy that no one knows who they are. So even if the WBC ranks him in their, in their rankings or whatever, they can't put him in there with someone that's a top 15 fighter that doesn't have a name. They're not going to want to risk losing to a guy that no one knows, but that's a damn good boxer. So, I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm sure the WBC and their corruption, they're going to find a way to pull some strings and march them above that rankings and possibly get them in there with like a big name, at some point. I don't know who. The name that comes to mind is like Canelo, but I really don't know. I mean, this is a cruiserweight fight technically, and there's no cruiserweight big names out there that I could see Jake Paul taking that risk to fight. So I don't know what happens from here, but I see him winning this fight today. Yo, Mark, thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate your support, man. Thank you for donating. He says, real talk, keep it up. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I have Jake Paul winning, and I also have Bottle Jack winning too. All right, that's who are my picks for today. Yeah, Ronaldo is there too. Yeah, it's a lot of big time, real big time people over there in that fight. Um, not so much. I'm not familiar with most of these guys that's on the undercard. Yeah. So I want to talk about Adrian Broner real quick. So I seen this video that he recorded and he uploaded, I guess today, basically saying that he's done with BLK Prime, that they're parting ways. And he said that, listen, he's pretty much a free agent. He's open for whatever. All promoters to contact him. He's in fighting shape, and he's ready to fight right now. He said he can fight today. He said he hasn't been partying, he hasn't been drinking, and he's ready to go. I think his best chances right now is to just go with wherever the money is at. I'm not going to say who he should go to. Go with the money is at. Let's be real, because this is all about green. I know y'all want to make it all about everything else. I said this the other day. You guys want to make it about everything except money. It's all about the money. Adrian Broner, do we seriously see him being a top dog in the sport? No, he has a name. He's already been in there with other names. Mikey Garcia, Manny Pacquiao. He's already been in there with those type of guys. At this point, he's just looking to get paid. So whoever's going to provide him the most money, you know, that's where he should go. You know, at this point, based on his last performance, which was a couple of years ago, at this point, I don't feel like he can really compete with the very best at 140. Damn sure, definitely not 147. So go where the money is at. You know, um, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to sit here, oh, you must fight Regis Prograis, or you must fight Josh Taylor or something like that. I'm trying to be realistic. That's not realistic, man. These guys are fighting right here. Yeah, so that's my opinion on that. Go follow the money, and that's it. You know, if BLK Prime was going to pay him 10 million for 3 fights, then it was a great opportunity, but it didn't work out. You know, it didn't work out. It's not a good look for BLK Prime. You know, but I don't know if it's BLK Prime's fault, or was it really just the fighters that Broner was supposed to fight? Was it really their fault? Was it Ivan Redcash and his promotional issues? Was it Hank Lundy and the fact that he had an upcoming fight and their issues? Was it because of Michael Williams Jr.? You know, I know he had an injury, but maybe they just did a really, really poor job in securing an opponent for AB. And it might have been BLK's fault. Maybe they just didn't have the experience in putting together the fight, and secure the fight. And maybe that's it. You know, I really don't know. I really can't call it. But at this point, he just needs to follow the money. You know. Now, if he wants to really compete, you know, he might. If he wants a bigger bag, he might have to fight a real fighter. So if Probellum gives him a call and they're like, yo, we'll pay you this to fight Regis Prograis, it's more money than what the competition is offering, but it's a better quality fight, he should take it. I don't know if he would do it, but he should take it. You know, I personally think Regis Prograis is going to destroy him, you know. But Prograis wouldn't stop Broner. One thing about AB has a great chin. You know, AB has a great chin. You know, he's been knocked down. He's been hurt before, but he has a great chin. You know, even him losing fights clearly, like no one's ever came close to stopping him. You know, even Maidana with the beating he gave Broner back then, Broner was still in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Theodore asks, should I bet a $200 parlay on Jack and Paul to win? I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your money. But those are the two fights that I have for today. Those are the two wins that I think is gonna happen today. Those two. I have Jack winning straight up, and I have Paul winning straight up too. So I'm not gonna tell you what to do with your money, bro. Because I don't want you coming back here if you lose. I don't want you looking for me. But thank you for donating, man. Uh Randy says, who won the fight? 2SS, the fight didn't start yet. By the way, please, if you haven't already, smash that like button, man. We get this, let's get these likes up. Let's share the video if you can, you know, share the video on your social media. All right, let's get up to like 80 likes, man. It's 86 of you watching right now so far. Let's get it up to 80 if we can. Appreciate it. All right. Shadow asked me, Wave, if you could choose to train a boxer with elite athleticism and terrible fundamentals, or a boxer with elite fundamentals, uh, but not athletic, who would you choose? I mean, I'm not a trainer. I wouldn't know. Um, but no, if you just ask my opinion, it really depends on what stage in their career they are. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a younger fighter that doesn't have the great fundamentals, but you're young and you have an extreme athleticism, then yeah, you can learn. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a senior older guy, right, and that athleticism is starting to fade, and you're just trying to push the fundamentals, you do that. You'll work more on the fundamentals more. You know, that's like Triple G and him changing trainers at the point that he did, or Sergey Kovalev, those guys who had to rely more on this, like, okay, you have power, but you're starting to fade on an athletic level. So it really depends on what kind of fighter you're training, you know. At least that's my opinion on that. It really depends on what stage in their career they are, because if they're set in their ways, you know, you might not be able to teach too many new tricks. You know, you might have to, like, if they were a really athletic fighter at one point and they're starting to slow down because they're in their mid 30s, you know, maybe you want to work on some defensive things that's in camp leading up to that fight. You know, again, I'm not a trainer, but I mean, that's what I would. I mean, logically, I think that would make sense. You know, uh, Lekin. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Lekin, thank you for the donation. He says, "Are you going to Tank versus Garcia?" Also, you're 100% right. Paul has fought way better competition than Tommy. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna go to that fight because, you know, I want to see the fight, but I'm just gonna do a cover. I would cover it live. I wouldn't go to that fight. You know, I wouldn't go to that fight. Uh, there are better fights out there to me at 135 with it, that involves Tank and Ryan. Um, and I feel like this is not as big of a fight as that is, and as much I am excited for it. That's not like a fight that I'm dying to see. You know, at one point, Vasil Lomachenko and Tank Davis was a top 5 fight for me. You know, when they both were at 130, that was a real fight to me. You know, now I'm not saying I don't want to see it anymore, but at one point, there's levels, and there was a fight. That fight was a real meaningful fight at one point, and it just never happened. Ryan, to me, is not proven to me, you know. And when I think about, I don't like the catch weight, and I'm gonna keep saying that. Hopefully a fight really happens this time. I don't like the catch weight. I don't like this catch weight. I think whatever advantage that Ryan would have had if they fought at 140, it's gone. Ryan has not fought at 135 in 2 years, and he's grown dramatically since then. Once I heard that there was a 136-pound catch weight, I said, oh, Tank is going to knock him out. I don't believe that Ryan wins this fight. He's going to be drained for that fight. I've seen this story play out with these catch weights over and over again. Charles Edward Cheese, crazy donation, man. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, man. You hit me up yesterday too. Thank you for the donation, my man. My biggest supporter right here, my guy, Charles Edward Cheese. Damn, thank you. Thank you. Um, but yeah, back to what I was saying, man. It's a good fight, but I'm not flying out nowhere to see this fight. I'm gonna be right here on this camera during that fight. I'm gonna be right here. All right, that's where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be here talking to y'all, and we're gonna be watching it together. You know, I wouldn't fly out for a fight like that. I think if Tank were to fight like a Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson, then I would consider going to that fight. But I wouldn't go to a Ryan Garcia fight. Nah. I like Ryan too. It's just he's still green to me, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think as far as opposition, I feel like he's moving a little bit slower than everybody else, and that's not. There's nothing wrong with that. He did beat Luke Campbell, but the Javier Fortuna fight at 140, ridiculous. Manuel Tago fight, like, come on, man. Like, are we being serious? Like, come on, nah. Johnny Jones says, just remember, Fury comes from a fighting background, Jake Doe. And that's all he has. That's all he has. For a guy that's coming from a fighting background, why are they starting you at 10 and 102 or 0 and 26? Do we have to go through this again? Why for a guy that's starting, and I said this earlier, there are fighters that are good amateurs and they start out a little better. They might fight a guy or two with a losing record, but they're not going to go. Half of his fights are against fighters that never won a fight before. I think this is too poor of a resume. The first winner that he fought was in his very last fight. The first winner he fought. All right. Everybody else, Anthony Taylor, he's not a legitimate boxer. Jordan Grant, he's 2-0 when he fought him. All right. I remember watching that fight. That was actually a pretty decent fight for the amount of time it lasted. Oh, no, it went to the distance. Everybody else got losing records. Nah. He's fought only 2 guys with a winning record out of 8 fights. And one of them only had 2 professional fights. Nah. So all of that coming from a fighting background stuff, all right, he came from a fighting background, but Jake Paul is fighting better people. Jake Paul beat 2 great UFC fighters. Yes, they were past it. One of them was a legitimate boxer at one point. Yes, I believe Jake Paul is Randy, to answer your question, yes. I believe that Jake Paul is a step-up fight for Tommy. I'm not sure if Tommy is a step-up fight for Jake Paul. I think that's my point. Agree with it or not, I believe that Jake Paul is a step-up for Tommy Fury. And I believe that I don't know if Tommy Fury is a step-up for him. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying that I don't know if he is or not because I don't know how good he is. But if you're putting him against these kind of guys with this kind of resume, that makes me question whether or not you're a legit boxer, because this looks like this is a protection record. This kind of record here that Tommy Fury has screams, we want to keep him undefeated. And we don't want him to fight anyone good. That's what I see when I look at this resume. And that's what I see when I actually see him fight. I'll take the guy with the world-class MMA fighters on his resume over the guys that just lose in every fight they're in. Who was the great UFC boxer Paul beat? So Woodley don't have knockouts in his UFC resume, and neither does Silva? Like, what do you mean? Like, UFC boxer, it doesn't really work that way. What I will say is that they were both good, really good strikers in the UFC. Woodley was a great grappler. Yes, he was a wrestler, but at the end of the day, he was knocking people out while he was in the UFC. Right? He was knocking people out over there. Um, we already know what Anderson Silva was doing over there, right? What I'm saying is, who on Tommy Fury's professional resume are better than those two? You know, like, yeah, they weren't boxers as MMA fighters because they had to do other things in that ring, takedowns, knees, kicks, and stuff. I get it. But they had legit striking ability while they were over there in the UFC. It wasn't all takedowns with them. I feel like those two are stronger than what Tommy has. That's my argument. And I haven't heard anybody dismiss that. Like, give me a name of someone that's on Tommy Fury's resume that you feel is better than what those two did. I don't see it. What's the argument here? Willie was a one punch knockout guy as an MMA fighter. He was. And he beat really good MMA fighters. We go to Sure Dog. Like, he lost. I mean, obviously he retired losing and stuff, but I mean, he knocked out Robbie Lawler in the first round. All right. He beat Stephen Thompson, with this decision, but Stephen Thompson was a good fighter at the time. You know, um, Darren Till was a good fighter. You know, Damian Maya was a very good fighter. These are good fighters in the UFC. He took some losses though. He did lose to Jake Shields. He lost to Rory McDonald. Those are good fighters. He got an earlier win in his career against Paul Daly. Paul Daly's a good fighter. I know some of these guys that's here. These are good fighters in the MMA world. These are very good fighters. He said none are elite level boxers. Is Tommy Fury an elite level boxer? Is Tommy Fury an elite level boxer? Is that what you're saying? They're elite level fighters. They might not be elite level boxers, but they're elite level fighters. I would say that Jake Paul fighting Ben Askren is below that, because Ben Askren specifically was a wrestler that had some of the worst striking ability. So with that fight, it was like when we heard that fight was happening, I was one of the people on here like saying this is a scam. Like, they're basically just fighting the worst MMA fighter, the worst MMA striker that they can get, and they're calling it like a boxing match. And that's why he got knocked out so early. Nate Robinson wasn't even a fighter, so that was totally random. Gibb was a YouTuber. Robinson was a basketball player. Askren was an MMA fighter, but he wasn't a striker at all. Woodley, grappler, wrestler, striker. Anderson Silva, one of the greatest striker, if not the greatest in all of MMA. He's up there. You might want to say, whoever you want to put up there. You might say Fedor. You might say whoever. He's up there. All right, Anderson Silva. I still feel like that is better than what Tommy is giving us or has given us up to this point. Scott says they are both on the same level, in my opinion, a true 50-50 circus. And I'm not arguing that. I'm not gonna argue that at all. I'm not gonna argue that at all. Because Tommy may very well win today and expose Jake Paul. But what exactly are we exposing here? You know, like Jake Paul hasn't fought in a legitimate boxer, but I don't feel like Tommy Fury did either. My point was they're marketing this fight as if Jake Paul is the first legitimate boxer that Tommy Fury, or I mean, that I'm sorry, Tommy Fury is the first legitimate boxer that Jake Paul has faced. And I'm saying, based on what? Based on the eye test? I don't see it with the eye test. Tommy Fury is just okay as a boxer. Based on resume? Well, definitely not with the resume because his resume is terrible. They're literally putting him up against some of the worst fighters that they could find. You know? Um, and it says, yeah, and it says, yeah, Anderson Silva's a cash. Yeah, I seen your comment about Jack Catterall. What should he do next? Uh, I heard that they were trying to set him up with Regis Prograis. I don't know how true, and I don't know if they're trying to make that fight really work. But he said he wants the Regis Prograis fight. So if they could make that fight, that'll be great. You know, because he kind of got screwed out of this whole Josh Taylor situation. You know, I think he got robbed in the fight. I thought he won the fight 7 rounds to 5. Plus, he scored a knockdown, and he didn't get the rematch. And he waited. He wasted a whole year waiting for the rematch. So if he can get an opportunity to fight Regis Prograis for another title, go for that. You know, I mean, if he can get that fight, go for that fight. You know, I don't know what other options are there because Josh is obviously going into a different direction. Teofimo Lopez is not going to be available. Um, you know, obviously, you know, if he can get a title shot, I mean, Matias just won a title. You got Puello out there who has a title. So if you can't get a title shot, I guess go for a name in a division. I really don't know. You know. uh Mark says definitely Paul's resume is better, but either way, I'm looking forward to the fight. Tommy is also built as a tank and had weird ass long arms. I hope it gets to a real fight with a KO. However, yeah, I just hope it's a really good fight. I do want Tommy. This is probably the first time I'm rooting for Jake Paul in a fight. All right. Like I said, my argument is I don't see how this is like, is it really a step up for Jake Paul? I know they're marketing it as a step up. Is it really a step up? Excuse me. All right. So we're still on the pre fights. I'll probably start doing commentary once Bottle Jack and Junior Macabo starts. Uh but yeah. What's good? Woog is in the building. He says Anderson Silva's win over Chavez Jr. still stuns me. I would have favored Chavez Jr. if he were to have fought Jake. I wouldn't have. I guess it did stun me too. I think at that point, um, Damn, how did I feel about that fight going into the fight? I think I might have been a little concerned about Anderson Silva taking that fight, you know, but Chavez Jr. hasn't really competed at a world level in a long time, and he's taken losses from fighters that. Oh, no, I mean, I'll say he hasn't competed because he did fight Danny Jacobs just a few years back, before losing to Anderson Silva, but it doesn't take much for him to quit, so that was a good win for Anderson Silva, for him to beat like a former champion, you know, who was still much, much younger than him, and part of the reason why I think Anderson Silva, I, I'm just going and said it. On an eye test level, I think Anderson Silva is a better boxer than Tommy Fury. I'm just from an eye test, I think he's better than Tommy Fury. I think Anderson Silva's disadvantage of the between the two and him and Tommy is that he's much older. But I think Anderson Silva as a boxer is more skilled than Tommy Fury. I think he's more skilled. I think he's better than Tommy Fury. Now, if they were to fight, I think the only reason why that fight would be competitive is because Silva is old. How old is Anderson Silva right now? He's 47 years old. That would be Fury's advantage. I don't think Fury is better than Anderson Silva as a boxer. This is my opinion. What's up, Jay Roos? The Rodman Jr. fight was the weight was the key thing. There was no way Jake would have fought him at Rockman's weight. I think I broke all of that down. I thought they canceled each other out, because Rockman agreed to a weight that he was never going to make and try to get over by saying, hey, I didn't make 205, but I'm at 215. Let's make the fight. And then Jake Paul put on a harsh, like, yo, you ain't making 215 when the fight is off. You know what I'm saying? It was like one of those things where Jake had a limit of what he wouldn't take, right? But Rockman was unprofessional by not making an agreed upon weight too. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, whatever, Hopkins and Foreman were world champions in their 50s. I think not. I think Foreman was a world champion in like his early or mid 40s. I think George Foreman became champion again at 43. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'll look it up. George Foreman, 45. Okay, and then Hopkins beat that by becoming champion like at 40 seconds. Yeah, so he was a little older. I think he beat that. I think he beat like Bebu Shumanov or something. Like he won a championship fight, or it was one of those fights. That's when 175 was kind of weak, right? This is before he fought Kovalev. Yeah, I think Foreman was before Hopkins. I think Foreman had the record, right? Foreman had the record first, and then I think Hopkins beat it after that. Hopkins had that nice little run where he was beating like he had beaten a few guys that wasn't that good at 147. I mean 175. After losing to Chad Dawson, he beat Taboris Cloud. He won a title then, and then he unified with Bebu Shumanev, and then he lost to Kovalev after that. And then Joe Smith went on to knock him out of the ring, which pissed me off because I felt like at that time B-Hop had no business still fighting, you know? Uh Not me says, bro, you probably die hard that is covering this. Salute to you. Yo, I mean, I'm covering this, but I wasn't going to cover it. But yo, people really hype about this fight today. And I do kind of want to see it. I did kind of want to cover it. I wish it was last night, but I try to cover both. I don't do all of the exhibitions though. I wouldn't do like Floyd Mayweather. I seen Showbiz the adult did the Floyd Mayweather fight. I would have never done that fight. I didn't even know Floyd was fighting yesterday until like yesterday morning, until I saw his thing. I didn't even know Floyd was fighting yesterday, bro. Floyd fights now, and it's like he's just doing it random. Like they just send him a check and he just jump in it. I would never cover like a Floyd live right now unless he's fighting like another like retired boxer, like if he were to do like an exhibition like against like AB or something like Adrian Broner or something crazy, I would do something like that. But I wouldn't do like him fighting. Like I don't even know. I think every exhibition that Floyd had since he's retired, since he fought Conor McGregor, that wasn't an exhibition. But ever since that, I would probably say I didn't know who any of those fighters were until he fought them. I've never heard of any of these guys ever, you know. So and I just don't care, I think if he were to fight someone that we kind of interested, like him and Pacquiao, to say, you know what, yo, let's just put this fight together and just make this money, like we're both old, let's just do an exhibition. Then I'll probably cover that, but I'm not covering them like when he's fighting like random dudes from whatever, I'm not doing it. I'm good. Woog said, I hated that Hopkins versus Smith fight. Tough seeing Hopkins upside down outside the ring. Yeah, that was bad, man. He had Hopkins just going down to shoot like one of the Mario tunnels. Like the way Hopkins fell out the ring, it looked like Mario Brothers when they go into the tunnel. The green, the green shoots that he go down. It was like Hopkins fell, but Hopkins' legs was straight up in the air. Like he went down into a deep hole and we just never seen him again. Like it was over. And then we just saw him get up like randomly walking around the ring. Like it was crazy to see a legend like get knocked out like that. Nah, that was crazy. But you know what pissed me off more? I'm gonna tell you what pissed me off more. What pissed me off more is what Jesse Hart took the fight with Joe Smith Jr., right? He's doing all these interviews talking shit. He comes in with the executioner mask on at the face off in the weigh-in, right? And he runs the entire fight and doesn't engage at all and loses clearly to Joe Smith Jr. You from Philly, you doing all this executioner stuff, you doing all this talking, yada, 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 white boy this, white boy that, and you sit here and get destroyed by Joe Smith Jr. That pissed me off even more because you're supposed to represent. I'm not even talking about losing a fight. You lose a fight, you lose a fight. It's all good. Like it's boxing at the end of the day. Like people lose every day. But you lose a fight, but you don't even engage. You didn't even give him a better fight than Hopkins did, in my opinion. You barely did anything. You just kind of just went in there, got a check, and got beat up by Joe Smith and sent home. I mean, thank God he's from Philly. That's none of our business. He's a Philly dude, but that was just embarrassing. You don't come to the ring with the executioner costume on and perform like that. He looked ridiculous. Shadow said Hopkins came in last place. Dominic said he fell into the abyss. Yo, Jermaine said he parachuted out the ring. We should be talking about B-Hop like that, but it was kind of funny. It was fun. It's funny because he wasn't hurt. It's funny because he's like, if you fall and it look bad, it's not funny if you're hurt. But being that he got right up, it's funny. It is funny. you know. Don't forget Pac at 41. I think Pac is older than that. Yeah, but yeah, Jesse Hart really just disappointed me. Not that I cared, like I wasn't rooting for him to win or anything like that, but I don't like when fighters are real extra flamboyant before the fight and then they end up getting beat up like that. Like and Joe, like he's not a talker, he just goes and fight. He's not a talker at all. He's a very nice guy. He's a normal guy. And Jesse did too much. Like, yeah, I gotta represent for Philly and all that. You go in there and just get beat up and run for the entire fight. Smash that like button if you haven't already, please. Let's get the likes to 100, man. Everybody that's here, smash the like button for real. You know, Woog said Smith wasn't hard. It was somehow a split decision. Battle Jack is coming to the ring, so we got the co-main event up now. I'm gonna start doing commentary when this fight starts. Battle's coming in the ring with Mike Tyson. If you are late, I was talking about this fight earlier. Nah, Lucas, I haven't been to Dubai or Saudi Arabia yet. It's not in my top of list of places to go. But I would like to go at some point. I will go. I feel like the people, it's just not on my list. Like before I go to Dubai or Saudi Arabia, I can think of like 10 places that I would probably want to go to first. So I will make it there, but I haven't gone yet. I will make it there though at some point. I would like to go. It looks beautiful. I mean, Dubai is like one of those places like on social media. Everybody likes to go and post whatever they're doing out there. It looks cool, but it's not at the top of the list for places that I personally want to go to. You know, I have a long list of places I would like to spend time at, and I could think of like 10 places before Dubai. Right, but I will make it out there at some point. Traveling is a lifetime thing. I know everybody's rushing to travel and go to all these places because of social media, but traveling is a lifetime thing. I don't feel like I need to hurry up and go there or here or here. It's a lifetime hobby, you know. Um, yeah. So if you are late, I was saying that I'm picking Badu Jack to win this fight because at first, initially, I felt like Makabu should win this. I know he's a slight favorite, but I felt like this fight was going to be very, very close, right? Because every Badu Jack is like very close, competitive. Whether you think he lost, whether you think he won the fight, I feel like everything. His fights are always disputable. He got some gifts. He's gotten the bad side of a decision before. And I feel like being that this fight is in Saudi Arabia and he has a lot of pull out there because he keeps finding a way to get on these major undercards of fights. I feel that if this is a close fight, I feel like he's gonna get the decision. I feel like he's gonna get it. And I hedged it with a draw as well because I feel like if Makabu does win pretty clear, uh, but not if he wins by a couple of rounds or two, you got a couple swing rounds. I feel like I could see it being a draw. I mean, Jack has been in his fair amount of draws, so that's where I'm going with today. You know, but I would love it for it to be a draw because I think it's a plus 1200 if it is a draw. So I'm going with the draw. But I have Jack winning a tight decision today. Larry Seller says, as after your London experience, would you return for a big fight? Absolutely. It wasn't my first London experience. And I feel like London, I'm going to be there probably annually at least, you know. Um, I feel real comfortable in London when I go because it's very similar to New York City, but it's cleaner and it's more peaceful. So I like it. Like I get around very easily by taking public transportation. I don't need a car. And plus boxing is big out there. So I plan on going again. I'm probably gonna go again before the end of the year. I probably go in the summer, the next time I go. I'll probably go sometime during the summer, you know. But London is just an easy trip, you know. It's an easy trip to take. All right, so Battle is doing his ring walk now. He's doing his ring walk and he's entering the ring now. All right, and this fight is for a title up at Cruiser. How old is Battle Jack now? He's 39 years old. I figured he was older, but I didn't think he was that old. How old is Macabre? I don't know. This is for a WBC title at Cruiserweight. How old is Macabre? His age is not on his box rack. He's 35 years old. Okay. No, the Jake Paul fight didn't start yet. If you guys are just joining us, we are on the co-main event right now. We got one more fight to go. Richard, I have Jake Paul winning the fight. I have Jake Paul. Be right back, guys. Let me just grab some water real quick. All right. Who you guys got for this fight? Let me know in the comments. Who do you guys think is going to win this one? Macabre or Badu Jack? Ralph says, "Hey, Wave." Haney said the fight is going to full 8 rounds. I don't know. You know, I'm in. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna. How's go. I don't know how either one is going to win, but all I know is I'm picking Jake to win. All right. Tom says Jake will kill Tommy. Easy 2 round knockout. Glenn says Paul by KO. Glenn says Jack. Ralph has Macabre. Woog said Macabre by decision. New York for Life asked, "Do I think Canelo can beat Macabre?" The answer is yes. I do think Canelo would have beaten Macabre if they really had that fight after the Caleb Plant fight. uh, and at some point, Canelo is probably going to take a fight at cruiserweight at some point. Rotor says Jack 3 round KO. Did I pick? Hold on. Let me just make sure I picked Jack straight up and not by decision or KO before this fight begins. Let's see. Hold on. How did I think I did it straight up. Yeah, I did it straight up. I didn't pick decision or knockout. I picked this and the draw hedge. So yeah. The Jack and Makabo fight is starting right now. Not Jake Paul and Tommy Fury yet. Transform says if Jake settled into the fight, he outpoints Tommy. Sin says, how do we describe Bottle Jack's career? A solid career. I think he's a 2-division champion. Solid fighter, solid career, solid, just solid career. I know he was champion at 168. I don't know. I know he was a WBA world champion at 175. It doesn't look like he won it at 175. Yeah, because he lost to Pascal, he lost to Brown, he had a draw with Stevenson, and then he moved up. But he won the WBA world title, not the super title, against Nate Cleverly. All right, and since then he's been fighting at cruiserweight, and this will be his first title shot since he fought John Pascal. Yeah, so I think he should have beat Adonis Stevenson, but I remember that fight clearly. He gave up way too many rounds in that fight. He took way too long to get it going. And he tends to do that in a lot of fights. Yeah, Makabo against Machuno was a good fight. It was a good fight. Yeah, it was definitely a good fight. The second one was good too. The second one was decent. Second one was decent. Let me get my tea. All right. How do you guys feel about boxing on Sundays? Let me know in the comments. How do you guys feel? Feel like a lot of these exhibitions has been on a Sunday lately. I mean, football season is over. I think not really getting in the way of too much on a Sunday, but I don't know. How do you guys feel about Sunday fights? I personally don't have a problem with Sunday fights. I think Sunday fights are cool, to be honest. I think nothing beats Saturday night fight because it's a tradition. It's just like a boxing tradition to me at this point. Um, I I, I don't I don't like Friday night fights that much. It's not that I think it's bad. It just feels weird when a fight is on a Friday night. I like Sundays. All right, we're about to start round one.
TV isn't responding. Please check
Oh
its
God.
network connection and power supply.
Alexa, shut up. All right, round one. Got Makabo, the southpaw here, against the righty and Jack. Jack needs to be like aggressive, man. He needs to be aggressive, man. He got to be cautious, but he got to be aggressive. You know, when I saw the weigh-in, and when they were standing next to each other at the weigh-in, it looked like Jack was bigger. But now that they're in the ring together, it looks like Makabo is bigger a little bit. Not in height, but just as far as mass. I don't know. Cabos lands a couple jabs to the body. Jack lands a right hand to the body. Nice right hand from Jack. Left hand lands for Makabo to the body. I like how Jack looks so far. He's not like taking too much time to get things going. You know? Nice body shots from Makabo. He landed 2. Yeah, good round from both so far. You just about a minute left to go in the first. Still anyone's round so far. Makabo lands another left to the body. They both have been going to the body. The ref warned him that was a little too low. But both, it's just mainly throwing jabs and landing straight lefts or straight rights to the body for the most part. $20 left in the round. Tough round to score. Tough round to score. They both got off a little bit. You know, they both been consistently landing. I feel like Makabo might have landed a little bit more, maybe a few more shots. But good round from both. Both. I'm gonna edge it slightly from Makabo. Yeah, you guys like what's up, D Style? Yeah, Alexa just randomly just starts yelling at me. Haven't spoke to that woman all day. What's up, Watts Loke? Yeah, I guess you got a good point here, Mark. Sundays are cool, but I actually like I would actually prefer an earlier Sunday fight or a late afternoon, like this time slot. I think a late Sunday fight wouldn't be as good, you know. An afternoon boxing fight would be pretty good. All right. So we're in round 2. I gave the first to Makabo, but it was definitely a filling out round for both. I mean, both landed, so not a clear round, but I gave it to Makabo. Makabo's been investing a lot of his shots to the body so far. A lot of jabs, a lot of straight lefts to the body from him. Very technical though. Both fighters are being very respectful. Um, Jack steps in, lands a hook to the body, lands a right hand up top. Nice 1-2 from Jack. Oh, big right hook from Jack, but it was blocked by Makabo. But Makabo lost his balance there. Like I said before, I don't feel like Makabo has the greatest balance. You know, especially when he lunges in sometimes with those straight left hands. Um, he's kind of like, he kind of like looks like he's gonna fall over. Makabo's outworking Jack a little bit here so far, which is not surprising because Jack usually starts off slow. We have a minute left in the second round. Makabo's is still mainly just invest into the body. He lands a left cross just now on Jack. Right hook lands to the body of Jack, and Jack responds with a right to the body of Makabo. Junior Makabo lands another left to the body of Jack. Jack responds with a right. Makabo comes in, steps in, lands a combination on Jack, and has Jack retreating. Makabo's just pressing him now, trying to make a fight. Nice little rally from Makabo at the end of the round. He secures the second round to me. I gave him the first as well. I have the volume down. I don't know what the commentary is saying, but I think Makabo is is in control so far. But Jack normally gives up 4 or 5 rounds before he gets it going. Please smash that like button if you guys are here. Let's get to 100 likes, man. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet for me, do me that favor. Smash that like button. Share the video as well if you could on your social media and all that. All right, we are in round 3. I have it 2-0 for Makabo so far. Very competitive fight, though. Nice right hand for Jack. Jack's starting to come forward. Makabo caught him with 3 shots to the body. And Makabo is he's all over Jack's body, and he's trying to be aggressive now. Makabo is trying to make it. Makabo looks like he wants to trade. He wants to make it more of a fight. Jack is more reliant on timing right now. Nice uppercut from Jack, but Makabo is landing more so far. He's drawing more so far. Makabo is definitely the aggressor between the two so far. Another left hand lands to the body of Jack. Makabo is doing some great work to the body in this fight. He's throwing a lot more punches. Don't know how long he can maintain this pace. He just lands another 2 lefts to the body. Jack is not throwing enough. I know he's trying to wait, but he needs to throw a little bit more. Some more combos to the body lands on Jack. Oh, Makabo lands a left to the body and a right hook up top, and it has Bottle Jack hurt a little bit. Jack was forced to retreat there. Makabo's having a great round. He's really starting to take over here. 50 seconds left in the third round. Big round for Makabo, landing some big shots. Jack lands a right cross down right through the middle, but it's like whenever Jack lands a shot, Makabo is going to come forward and land like 4 or 5 more. He's always going to respond with something. Jack has taken a lot of shots this round. Nice uppercut counter from Jack. All right, what do you guys think of the fight so far? For those that's watching in the comments, what do you guys have it? How do you guys see this fight going so far? They're currently interviewing Mike Tyson. All right, round 4. I have it 3-0 for Makabo. Bottle Jack comes out, steps in, lands a right to the body, straight out the gate. Nice body shot lands for Bottle Jack. Mikado lands Sue's left to the body. I think Bottle Jack at this point, he needs to get a round in the bag. He needs to show. He got to show the judges at some point that he can secure a round clearly, because I don't. He may very well be down all 3 rounds so far, and I know there's a lot of time left, but he's getting outworked so far, and Makabo hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down. I know Jack is relying on the second half of the fight, which he normally does, but Jack had him on the ropes for a moment, landing a combination, but Makabo is now marching back. Makabo's doing a good job, man. He's definitely winning this. Cabo will go to his body for a little bit, and then Jack starts leading himself open up top, and Makabo, whoa, knockdown from Jack. Makabo was all over him, and then Jack caught him with a right counter, and Makabo fell and did a whole roll on the mat. So Makabo is down. He's up now. He looks recovered, though. I don't think he's that hurt, but he got caught with a big shot right there. So Makabo, Jack scores a knockdown in the 3rd or the 4th round. And Makabo was up big so far this round, but he got caught with a big shot. So Jack is back. Jack got the knockdown, but Makabo is still winning the round, though. It's 10 seconds left in the 4th. Outside of the knockdown, though, I would still have to say Makabo won the entire round. So I mean, he seems to be recovered. But that 4th definitely goes to Bottle Jack because of the knockdown. All right. The main event is next. We are on a co-main event right now, Pito. So we're not long. We're in the fifth round of Makabo and Badu Jack. And then the main event is after this fight here. All right. So I have it 3-1 so far for Makabo, right? He got dropped the last round, so I gave the last round to Badu Jack. All right, but Jack lands another right hand straight down the pipe. Remember, he caught Makabo in between his punch and knocked him down, but Makabo seemed to be fully recovered since then. Speak your mind. What's up, man? It's been a long time. I haven't seen you in a minute. Hope all is well. He says, Wave, good to see you doing your thing, fam. I picked Makabo to stop Jack in the 10th round. Prediction League. Keep up the good work. Thank you, man. I think well, I didn't really give a proper prediction, but I put a little bit money on Jack winning this one by decision. Being that, this is a Saudi Arabia fight, Jack has a lot of pull out there. And I think that the fight is going to end up being very close by the time of the scorecards. And I think he's going to get it a decision win. All right. But we'll see. Thank you for checking in. So yeah, we're in this fifth round. And we're getting some nice trading between the both of them. They both are starting to land some heavy shots. Bottle Jack has landed some big right hands, and Makabo's been landing some big lefts. All right, and Makabo's still working about. Oh, nice uppercut from Makabo lands on Jack. Makabo has been way more consistent in this fight so far, outside of him getting dropped in the last round. One minute to go in the fifth round. Jack caught him with two uppercuts just now. Cobble's looking like he's starting to slow down a bit. Starting to walk into he's taking some unnecessary punches from Jack. Nice left hand from Makabo. Lands to the body. Close round. Very good round from both. Jack is getting off some good shots here. Makambo's still throwing a lot. But Jack it looks like he's starting his right hands he's been landing seem to be the more effective shots this round. He's having a better round now. Cobble's still throwing, but he's just not having that same. He's not having that same sting in his shots as he had in the previous rounds. I gave Jack the last two rounds. Jack says Jack is winning for me. I gave Makabo the first three. I gave Jack the last two. Plus, he scored a knockdown. So, what's up with Tommy Fury's his physique? He's very top. He's very top heavy. When I was looking at the weigh-in, he looks like he was in a whole different weight class than Jake Paul. But he has like a bigger upper body. He has like really big arms and shoulders. But don't have the biggest legs in the world. He doesn't look like a light heavyweight when he's standing next to other light heavyweights. But he makes the weight. Well, this is not at light heavy, right? I think this is like some kind of catch weight that they agreed on. What weight is Fury and Jake Paul fighting? Oh, 184. Okay, 183, 184. Okay, so they're a little bit above light heavy. All right. All right, so we're in round 6. Again, if you are just joining us, please hit that thumbs up for me. And I personally have it scored 3 rounds to 2 for Jack, for Makabel. But Makabel is in, I mean, but Jack is in control of this fight so far. I mean, for at the moment. Jack seems to be doing more damage too. You know, when you look at Makabel's face, even though Makabel is still landing, he's still landing jabs, he's still landing left hands, he's still going to the body. You see more swelling on his face than you see on Jack. Jack has knocked him down as well. Um, but Makabel's starting out this round faster so far. Not getting as much from Jack this round so far, halfway through the 6. There's still a lot of time left here. So let's see. Makabel, nice combination to the body lands from Makabel. Another 1-2 to the body lands from Makabel. Jack, not much from him this round so far. Might be taking a round off. Jack responds with a right to the body. Nice uppercut from Makabel. Right to the body. Makabel's throwing relentlessly this round. Nice hook lands from Makabel. Jack responds with a right hand up top. $20 left in the 6. Clear Makabel round for me. Not much from Jack. He might have just taken a round off. Jack caught him with a big right hand just now, though. Strong finish from Makabel. Fury and Paul's the next fight, Tom. Next fight. All right, so I have it 4-2 so far. I gave Makabel the first 3. I gave Jack the 4th and 5th rounds, and I gave Makabel the 6th round. All right, so I have it scored 4 rounds to 2. Of course, we got to include the knockdown of Makabel, but Jack is winning. Makabel is winning the fight so far. Nice right hands from Jack. Jack is being more aggressive this round. Like I said, maybe he took the 6th round off, but he's starting out this 7th round pretty fast. He's landed two big right hands already, and he landed a big right hand to the body. Kabel's coming back. He's landing combinations to the body now. He's still throwing more, but it seems like Jack's punches have a lot more sting, a lot more pop to each one. Jack is just investing now. He's taking his time. And when Makabel slows down or when he doesn't throw, Jack takes over. Good round for Jack so far. Makabel looks a little bit tired. Nice uppercut from Makabo lands. Jack lands another right hand. Kago looks a little tired, just based on his body language. He's still throwing, but you can tell like he's a little tired. He doesn't have that same snap on his punches like that. Nice combo from Makabo lands. Waiting for Jack. Jack hasn't really thrown anything in a while. He doesn't want to give the round away. Kago's landed another flurry. Jack responds with a right hand and an uppercut. Jack with the big overhand right. Two right hands to the body lands for Jack. Kago responds with a left up top and a jab. A lot of back and forth between them both now. Jack lands a right hand. That's probably the hardest round to score. Jermaine Bean, thank you, bro. He said Canelo cherry pick would have went bad for him with Makabo. Possibly. Possibly. Um I mean, I still think that like if you're gonna fight a cruiserweight, he probably should have went that route. You know, Makabo does throw. I mean, clearly, even at 35, he's still throwing a lot of punches. 7 rounds in. You know, I don't know. The thing is, Canelo, he still burns out too. So I don't know. I think that would have been a fight that he should have risks taken, though, regardless of how you feel about it. If you're trying to win a title at another division, I think that fight was worth taking, you know? Definitely think the fight was worth taking for Canelo, you know? I still don't think Makabo on a boxing skill level, I think his size would have been the factor. But as far as skills, he was he was he's nowhere near as good as some of the other fighters that Canelo has already beaten. It would have been the size would have been the only factor in that fight, which is a big factor, but you know, nice right hands from Bottle Jack lands. See, and I'm gonna give Jack that last round. I do think it's a swing round. Um, but this fight is going exactly how I thought it would go. Like I knew it was gonna be extremely competitive between both. The knockdown surprised me, but Jack just switched into southpaw momentarily. Oh, he's still in it. He lands a looping right hand, a looping right hook. I mean, and he's still fighting as a southpaw at the moment. Not long he's gonna if he's to stay there though. Okay, he switched back. Yeah, he didn't look comfortable being there, and it wasn't slowing down Makabo, who's been. Whoa, Jack just landed a big right hand and an uppercut, but Makabo has been winning this round so far. 50 seconds left in the eighth. Makabo throws a combination to the body. Nice uppercut. Nice back and forth between the two. I mean, these two are really just fighting it out. At this point, they're really just going at it. They're both going to war and they're both throwing a lot of punches, man. And they're both connecting with a lot. It's going to be tough, man, because if no one else gets knocked down again, these rounds are becoming very hard to score. Makabu is still throwing a lot of punches. And now they're just slugging it out. I think Makabu is landing more though. I gave Makabu the round. Good round though from both. David Evans says the only real fight on the card. Makabu looks slow and sloppy. Jack is fundamentally so much better, but will age catch up to him? Yeah, I don't think he's throwing more. I think the problem is with Jack is that yes, Makabu is very sloppy. You know, he's terrible balance and stuff, but he's still throwing a lot of punches and he's still landing a good amount of them. Jack, I think, is technique wise better. And he's landing some big shots, but he's landing less than Makabu. They have the punch stat says Makabu's thrown 575 and landed 162. And Badu Jack has thrown 361 and landed 137. So obviously Badu Jack is a way more accurate. Um, you know, I can't do the math on top of my head, but it looks like more like a 30% for Jack, 30 something percent for Jack, whereas Makabu's probably landed in a lower 20%, you know, as far as you know, accuracy. But we're in the ninth round. Something needs to, I think both fighters need to do something that's going to set themselves apart from the opponent. And that might include a knockdown or a huge round, like a good rally, something that's going to get the judges to, because, you know, we're approaching the championship rounds. And some of these rounds are very, very close. And like I said, you know, we're in Saudi Arabia. So Bottle Jack, like I said, if the fight is going to end very close, I would expect them to pick him, you know? Yeah, I'm not listening to the bias chill. I'm sure they're being biased. I'm not listening to the commentary that much. Uh but Makabu's winning the fight to me. I've had to give him. I have it scored 5 rounds to 3. You know, and honestly, if it wasn't for the knockdown, I would have given Makabu that round as well. You know, but Jack is in the fight, but Makabu has not slowed down. He's still throwing a lot of punches, a lot more punches, and he's landing some big ones. Jack lands a big right hand. Jack is gonna need to hurt him or something. The problem is with Jack, too, he needs to throw more punches than just like maybe 1 or 2 shots. You know, he needs to follow some of these big shots he's landed. He needs to follow it up with something bigger. And he's just getting outworked. And it probably has to do with age, you know, because this is the point where Jack is usually like picking it up. You know, in his older fights at this point, in this point in the fight, he's picking it up. But Makabu is not slowing down. And Jack is not speeding up. Another right, Makabu's just been he's just constantly landing. I mean, Makabu was clearly winning this round. Nice shots land from Makabu. Jack is getting through. He's getting right hands through too. Every time Jack lands a big right hand, it seems like the crowd is cheering and they stepping up for him. Whoa! Whoa! Right at the end of the bell, Jack landed a big right hand, but not enough. Makabu won the round to me. Makabu is winning these rounds. All right. Makabu took a big right hand, but he ate it. He ate it. Makabu, Jack put his hands in the air, put his hand in the air, but he lost him round, in my opinion. He lost him round. He got tagged all around. Oh wait, hold on. They show Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder brace each other. Man, y'all. It's funny seeing Deontay Wilder embrace Tyson Fury like that after all that mess. And I made all that content on something that wasn't even real. Deontay Wilder. It's all about the money, man. It's all about the money, man. You can't call Fury all that stuff and embrace him. Like that's crazy. Like that's crazy. It's like it's crazy when people go to bat for the fighters more than the fighters go to bat for themselves. You know, like when the fans are going so hard over something and the fighter is just like silent, not saying anything, you know. Bottle Jack letting the big right hand is now. Macabo's against the ropes. This might be Bottle Jack's moment. This might be Jack's moment. He has to pick it up though, halfway through the 10th. But yeah, you know, like listen, like it's a lot of that stuff was unnecessary, man. And that's why I just focus. That's why I just focus on the fight itself. Everybody was focusing on everything but the fight when it came to Fury and Wilder. Nice combination from Macabo. He comes back strong, and now he's chasing Badu Jack. And this is not good for Jack. Jack is taking a lot of punches now. Macabo, he can't stop Macabo. He can't stop him. Jack is taking too many punches now. He had his moment, but whatever Jack does, Macabo is going to come back 3 times stronger. I'm actually really curious on what the commentary is saying in this fight because Jack gotta hurt him. Come on, Jack. Jack landed a big left uppercut and a left hook. He might have hurt him with that. He got to keep it going though. If he wants to win the championship, he got to keep it going. He has Jack. He has Macabo in trouble again. Is it going to be enough? Yo, I really think Jack is capable of stopping him. He gets so close to it sometimes. I feel like he gets right there. He's right there. And Macabo just takes it and then comes right back. All right, we're in the 10th. We're about to start the 11th. Chill says, I smell a robbery coming. Jermaine says, Sean Porter saying it's all bottle Jack. Yeah, it's definitely not all bottle Jack, man. But what I will say is that when Bottle Jack get it going, he seems to be more effective, you know. But Macabo always looks like he's about to fall over. If you've seen him in his other fights, he looks like he's always about to tip over when he gets hit, or even when he throws certain punches. Jack needs a knockdown or something. Or maybe not. You know, maybe I'm scoring it completely wrong. Oh. Bottle Jack knocked him down hard this time. Big knockdown. He hit him with a big shot in the beginning of the 11th round. Oh, Jack got to do it. Jack got to finish him off. This might be enough, even a decision, but he has to take him out. Jack went on landed a crazy combination. Big right hand. He's trying to finish off Makabu. He has to keep it going. He has to, they're in the 11th round. Punch yourself out if you have to. Oh, Jack took a big uppercut from Makabu right there. Come on, Jack. Win me my money. Oh, big right hand to the body has Makabu hurt again, but he's still up. Makabu looks like he's tired. Right at this moment, he looks like he's tired. Jack is still taking punches, by the way, y'all. Combination lands for Jack. Backs up Makabu again. Makabu is still throwing punches, though. Halfway through the 11th round. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Jack lands a right to the body. Makabu responds with a left hand up top. Another right hook to the body lands for Makabu. They're just going back and forth in the center, but they're both tired. Jack leans on him. Ref breaks it up. Warns Jack. Makabu is starting to look pretty bad in the face. His face is swollen pretty bad now. This is his second knockdown. Yeah, he looks gassed. Oh, combination for Jack lands. Nice combination. That was beautiful. 45 seconds left in the 11th. Now Jack is starting to move. He's going back to fighting in spurts. Lands a big right hand to the body. Makabu's still coming forward, throwing left hands. Jack lands another right to the body. Good fight. Good, very, very, very good fight. This was a very good fight. Regardless of the outcome, we got one more round to go. This was a very, very good fight. Very, very good fight. Regardless of what the outcome is, great fight. This was a great fight. This is definitely by far, to me, the best fight of the weekend. To me, this is a very good fight. Both of them really got off. Kabul was definitely more consistent throughout the fight. But Jack scoring the second knockdown, hurting him throughout the fight. Good fight. This is a quality fight. For real. Right, Ryu says, does Makabu know what clinching is? That's pretty funny. All right, one more round to go. We're in the final round, and then the main event is right after this. I think both fighters just need to give it all because we don't know if this goes to decision. We don't know what the cards are going to be. I think that they're going to give it to Jack if this goes to a decision, but Jack lands another combination on Makabu. But both of them just need to go crazy at this point. Whatever they got left in the tank, just throw it all out there. They're both pretty battered in the face. They both a lot of swelling. Both of them ate a lot of punches. Cabo lands a left to the body. Oh, another big right hand for Jack lands. And he's trying to finish off. The ref jumps in and stops it. Jack got the stoppage. I would have gave him a little bit more time, but it's not a terrible stoppage. Yeah. Got me a little bread. Jack is Bottle Jack at 39 years old is a cruiserweight champion, man. Wow. Wow. Good fight. Very good fight. Very good fight. Very good fight. Wow. Good for him, man. Good for him. At 39, that was a good performance. That was good performance. And he was the underdog too. That was a good performance. And we need to have to worry. I would still like to know what the scorecards were, but he didn't even let it go to the decision. He finished them off in the last round. That was a good. Like I said, with the ref, I would have let him go a little longer, but he was taking a lot of punishment. I'm seeing the replay now. Jack was all over him. Yeah, that's not a bad stoppage. That's not a bad stoppage. Yeah, it's not. It's not. Good shit. Good way to win. Didn't wait for the scorecards to do it. And it was a good fight. Not for nothing. Makabu fought throughout the entire fight, even getting touched up, even getting hurt, even getting dropped. He never stopped throwing punches. That was a good fight. Not for nothing. Jack could have won some of his fights, earlier fights in his career, fighting like that tonight. You know, yes, he did give some rounds away, but that exactly that what we saw tonight is exactly what he really needed. Good for him. Congratulations to him for becoming a champion at 39. Good for him, man. The good way to go out. Oh man, they're gonna be celebrating tonight, man. And he's out in Saudi Arabia too. What? That celebration is gonna be lit, man. Good for him, man. Good fight. Very good fight. Very good fight. All right, main event starts next. Yeah, I'm curious to hear what the scorecards were. I definitely want to know how they had it scoring going into that 12th round. I didn't lose the bet. I picked Jack to win straight up, not by knockout or by decision. I picked Jack to win and I hedged it with a draw. I picking Jake Paul to win the fight. I think Canelo would fight Badu Jack. He would fight. He would take that fight. I honestly believe, even with the loss, I honestly would believe that Makaba would have been a harder fight for Canelo than Jack. You know, um, just like I said, Jack is a little bit more technical. the fight would have been a slower paced fight, whereas Makabo would have been throwing more punches, and being more aggressive. I think that would have been a more difficult fight if Canelo was going to go up and take a fight with a cruiserweight champion. I think Makabo was a more difficult fight. Let me say that. Let me hear what he's going to say. I don't think it was fight of the year, but I think it was one of the better fights this year for sure. Shout out to Radio Raheem. He's doing the interviews. Oh, he's the first Muslim to win in Saudi Arabia. Good for him. Oh, he's the oldest cruiserweight champion of all time. Wow. 39. That's pretty cool. Good for him. Good for him, man. That was a good fight. All right, man. Nah, Miami. No, I don't know who Sandor Martin is fighting next. I have no idea what Sandor Martin is doing next. Honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Jack out here breaking records. All right, so look, please, first of all, everybody, please smash that like button if you haven't already before this main event begins. Who do we got winning this fight? Let me know in the comments. Who's winning the fight? Is it going to be Jake Paul? Is it going to be Tommy Fury? Is it going to be by decision? Is it going to be by knockout? Who do you guys have winning this fight coming up next? Who you got? Let me know in the comments. Gabriel said 39 is a new 20. Yeah, man. I made nice little money. Made a nice little change. My man Bottle Jack came through for me. All right, who do we got? Mayowa says Tommy by stoppage. Gabriel says Jake by decision. Miami says Fury by decision. Boring. David says he has Tommy in 3 rounds by KO. Wow. Mayowa says he made a couple bucks on Jack. Cool. Thomas says Paul by unanimous decision. Mike Robb says double KO. Zach says round 2 KO. Zach for who though? I use DraftKings. I use what else I use? Or FanDuel Sports, or sometimes MGM. Shaheen says I'm for Tommy, but I think Jake Paul's win by KO. All right. You guys see Drake put up Was it like a $400,000 bet that Jake Paul wins by KO? That's crazy. Just imagine like betting a decent house, depending on where you live, a nice size house for 400,000 on just a regular fight. That's crazy. 400K on one fight. Like, hey, like you could that money can change somebody's life. That's crazy. I think his return is like 1.4 million. It's crazy. Zach says Fury. Okay. Otter says Tommy is a lover, not a fighter. Paul by KO. Charles says that is nuts. Yeah, that's crazy. Tube Fatty says Paul by stoppage. Tyson Fury. Eric says Tyson Fury put up for Tommy to win. I mean, that's his family, so he gotta do that. What's up, Evander? Holy Feels. What's up with you? Luther says if Drake put money on Paul, that sounds like Fury's gonna win. Yeah, there is a Drake curse, especially with that robe that these guys will fight. What's his name? All these fighters that was wearing that Versace robe for a minute. The MMA fighters, the boxers. So they're saying that Drake is a curse. So you might be right. I forgot all about that. Mike Ross is not even an elite fight. It's definitely not. What's up, Duke Golden? David said 400K buys me a mansion here. Yeah, that's what I said. Depending on what part of the country or the world you're in, 400K can get you a really, really nice house, And he just put it up for a fight, and he put it up for KO. He's not even doing a decision. Like, he's not even betting straight up. He's doing a KO prediction, which is crazy. I don't know if Drake. I don't even follow what he normally bets. I only happened to see that earlier today, but yeah, I don't really pay attention to Drake's takes on sports. you know. No, they're not in the ring right now. They're just on the talk. They're talking about it. They should be coming out soon. JJJ says a fight is made. Jake Paul versus Bottle Jack for WBC Cruiser. Yo, I didn't even think about that. Wow, I didn't even think about that. I was just sitting here talking about the WBC and what they would do for Jake Paul as far as like him being a ranked fighter. Yo, that would be crazy. That would be the biggest swindle ever. That would be the biggest swindle ever. That would be like the biggest. That would be the biggest trick the WBC ever pulled. Like, let's just say, like behind the scenes, Jack agreed to taking a fight if he were to win the fight with Jake Paul for a title. That'll be crazy if Jake Paul wins, or Tommy Fury. If that were to really happen, though, at cruiserweight, I would pick Jack to beat both. But if you're a person that thinks that Jake Paul fights are fixed, I could see you thinking that Jake Paul will probably just win the fight. JJ just said, yeah, Badu is working for Jake and promised him that. He's working for Jake? I don't know. I don't know all that, but maybe, it won't be the craziest conspiracy I've ever heard. I mean, the fight is in Saudi Arabia. Bottle Jack is the co-main event, and it happens to be a cruiserweight title fight. But the WBC, who already said that they are going to rank the winner of this fight, so it would not be any surprise to me if that were to come out and happen. You know, but it'll be kind of messed up because Jake would be skipping in line of all the other ranked, like officially ranked WBC fighters up there. You know, so we'll see. What's up, Coach K? Bottle Jack won, stops Macabre in the 12th round. 12th round stoppage. He is the new WBC cruiserweight champion, and he is the oldest cruiserweight champion at 39. Gabriel says Badu takes a dive in that fight for money, and a lot of people are going to think that, you know. I never liked the idea of Carl Froch coming back to fight Jake Paul. You know, I don't like old boxers coming back and taking these kind of fights. You know, Carl Froch hasn't fought in a long time. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like it. He hasn't fought in almost 10 years. All right. The George Groves rematch was in 2014. It was in May in 2014. Nah. Stay retired. You know, you don't want to come back and start losing stupid fights like that. You know, you're going to be in the Hall of Fame. You got inducted this year. Stay retired. You know, Jake getting ready to come out now. Sean Porter at every fight. You know what I like Sean Porter and him doing, like, you know, doing press and going to these fights and stuff like that. What I like about it is that he's on every network. You know, he's not working for Showtime. He's not working for, like, he's just doing his thing. For he'll be on top. He'll be with Top Rank event. He'll be at a Matchroom event. You know, I like that he's on everything. You know, and he's working. He gets to set up his own show and his own thing that he has his podcast while he's out there. I like that. Like, he's doing it right. You know, he's doing it great. Like, he's doing it perfect. Like, he's building his own brand, and you know, he doesn't even have to necessarily work for a network. He has his own business, you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, let's get this fight going, man. I'm tired of this waiting. Let's go. I want to see the fight. Transfer said it gets Froch's name in the media, which is a massive thing for him. Yeah, it's massive if he's like, what's the point though if he's not really doing anything, you know? I mean, he gets the media talking about him, but for what though exactly? Like, if he's not going to come out of retirement and fight, what are we pushing his name for? You know, if he's not going to really come out of retirement and do it, you know, I don't know. I just think it's too long of a gap of, you know, if it was like a couple of years, I would say go for it, you know, but being out of the ring for 9 years now, um, I just wouldn't do it. You know, even though Froch is a Hall of Famer, He's a great fighter. It's just, Jake is active. He's young. He's hungry. And he's looking to take out guys like that because he's not going to take any active top tier world class fighter. He's not going to take that fight. It's going to be against a retired boxer or MMA guy or a guy like Tommy Fury, whose name is built on the Fury name, but didn't really prove anything as a boxer. It's going to be like one of those things. Um, yeah. David says, can anyone explain why Paul wins though? Is he technically better than Tommy? Tommy has fought amateur fights and is from a boxing family. I don't doubt Paul's heart and game, but can he do it? Yeah, he could do it. I mean, we seen them both fight. I know he comes from a boxing family. I know he's fought as an amateur. Um, but the thing is, we've seen both of them fight. Was there anything special about Tommy when you saw him fight? I don't think so. Was there anything special about Paul when I seen him fight? No, not really. It's a pretty 50-50 fight. You know? It's a pretty 50-50 fight. So whether you pick Paul or Tommy, you can make a case on why one or the other could win the fight going into the fight. Because there's a lot of unknowns. We seen Paul beat a bunch of older MMA former champions and stuff. And then we see Tommy beat a bunch of journeymen with losing records. So neither one is really proven, haven't really proven anything. Just coming from a boxing family and saying that he was an amateur, it doesn't really necessarily mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. The fight is about to start now. They're doing they're doing a show and all of this stuff. This is about to start. I'll let you guys know when they're walking into the ring. Ryu says he's right. Tommy doesn't have the best defense, especially against rights. I do think people downplay Fury's boxing skills. Looks like any other so-so prospect to me. I don't think he's bad. I don't think the thing is, I don't think neither one of them are bad. I think the reason why this fight is happening is because they're at the same level. Neither one of them are world class boxers. This fight is happening because they're at the same level. Jake is finally fighting a pro boxer, but he's not fighting a really good pro boxer. He's fighting a guy that, again, he's come up under the Fury name, and he's he's an unproven beatable fighter at this point. you know no, this is not Tommy's pro debut. His pro debut was against a guy that was 10 and 120 and 113. He's fought 8 professional fights. Does anyone here feel that this particular fight here is it's fixed? Does anyone here let me know in the comments? Tommy Fury is walking to the ring now. Does anyone here believe that this fight here is fixed? Yeah, Zach, I did see that. I saw a couple of channels upload a piece of paper that showed the whole script of the fight. I didn't even read the whole thing because that's why bother. I don't know if it's real or not. You know, um, I didn't care to be honest. I saw it and just scrolled right past it. You know, there's so many things they create on the internet now. I just I don't believe that kind of stuff. You know, even if it is real, I don't know. I mean, fights are fixed in boxing, but the whole piece of paper coming out right before the fight, uh, I'm good. Um, Saga says that he thinks it's possible. Gabriel says, I believe Anderson Silva took a dive. Luther says, no, Paul's the most honest boxer ever. No PEDs. All right. So Tommy is actually, well, he's still walking to the ring. They're doing a lot, but he's actually walking into the ring right now. All right. New York for Life says definitely possible. Ryu says can be. I think it could be Paul's first draw. If not, it's fixed. CMP says there was. Oh yeah, CMP says something about the script. Yeah, I mean, things float around on the internet. I mean, I'm not saying it ain't true, but no one's gonna ever be able to prove if it's true or not. And look, like, let's say if it's real, and now that it is, let's say that thing was real, and now it's gone public before the fight. If that is real, how do you know that there's not another script? Maybe there's a part two, just in case this leaks or this falls apart, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. A lot of people thought the Woodley knockout and a rematch was fake and fixed because of there was some sort of signal that Jake Paul gave him that he was going to throw the right hand. I mean, I don't know, man. That's on y'all, man. I'm not a conspiracy theorist channel, so I'm not going to make content just off theories, you know. But it might be true. It's just hard to prove it. Believe what you want to believe. Saga said, draw would not surprise me. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me neither. All right, so Tommy is in the ring. He's ready to go. Wait for Jake Paul to come out now. All right, let me get some water. Tell you one thing, man. They filled that arena up, man. Those seats are full. I don't see any spaces. People definitely went out there and paid to be out there, you know? Saying Jake is taking his time to come out. Oh, they got Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker's out there. What's up, Clarence? Luther asked when is Spence fighting next. I mean, I'm assuming June, either against Thurman or, Crawford or something. Just waiting for Jake to come out. All right, Jake is taking his time to come out. Guess he's playing mind games. I don't know what he got going on. All right, he's coming out now. Wait, what is he doing? Oh, he's putting a football jersey on. Yeah, he's still trying to get his uniform on. What is he putting on? What is that, jersey? Oh, okay. All right. I'll be right back. Let me get some water because Jake is being Jake. All right. Jake is out. Jake is coming out now. Uncommon Curse says, of course, it could be rigged. He's an entertainer, and I'm sure big wigs of boxers don't mind him bringing eyes. Scott says, I can't be bothered with the theatrics on a Sunday. Just get in the ring and fight. Man, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want the theatrics on Saturday neither. Just get in the ring and fight. Jake is coming out now. Are they booing him? Yeah, just get it. I want them to just fight and let's get this over with. You know what I mean? Let's get it over with, man. What's up, Dan? Thank you. He says, thanks for the commentary. I couldn't afford it. Benavides Plant plus Tank Garcia fight back to back gets expensive. So thanks, bro. No problem, man. Thank you guys for supporting and helping me pay for the pay-per-views, for the people that donate to the channels. These pay-per-views do get expensive, but at least you guys are, giving me donations to the channels and stuff like that. I don't make a lot of money. You don't really make much money on YouTube. So the donations is really where the money comes from. Uh and if you haven't already, please, if you haven't, please smash the like button. If you are just coming in, hit that like button for me. Smash that like button. All right, let's get to 150 likes at least. Everybody that's here watching, please hit that thumbs up for me. All right, so Jake Paul is officially doing his ring walk right now. CMP says the whole crowd is booing Jake. Well, I mean, they booed him, but they spent the money to go watch him fight. You know what I'm saying? They all went out there to watch him fight. So they could be booing him, but they spent their money. And that's how it works now, especially when you're not liked. Jake is in the ring, and they're both bouncing in front of each other, talking trash to each other. Yeah, people will pay to see you lose. Floyd, he got it his whole career. Once he started doing pay-per-views, people will pay to see you lose. D Style says it's going to be a draw. It's possible, man. It's possible. It's possible. I think Jake is going to win, but it's possible. Glenn says Paul by KO. 2 reasons. Keith Nelson says, can Tommy Fury come back to boxing if he loses this fight? I would think it'd be a horrible look if he won by decision. He needs a KO, in my opinion. I don't know if he's got it in him. If Tommy Fury loses this fight, it's gonna be tough. It'll definitely be a dent on him because he is the real boxer in this. If he gets knocked out, it's gonna be really tough, man. All right. It's gonna be tough. If he wins, whether it's by decision or by KO, though, I think he'll be good. I don't think like people are gonna crucify him if he wins by a decision because he 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 only has 4 knockouts in the 8 fights that he has. So I don't think he's proven to be some kind of KO artist. You know, Ryu said draw and rematch. That's definitely possible. I've thought about that too. I've thought this being a 2 fight type of thing. But you know what? With Jake, he's always going to have options because he doesn't necessarily have to fight the very best boxers. He can keep fighting other celebrities, other fighters, MMA fighters, other boxers that people just know, but they might not really be the best. You know what I'm saying? So he has a lot of options. He doesn't necessarily have to fight anyone. He could fight whoever he chooses to fight. Like he could do a thing too where he could fight a world class fighter, right? But he could fight someone that is like smaller than him, for example. So like he gets to say like, "Oh, I'm gonna fight Adrian Broner next," and the catch there will be like, okay, yeah, Broner is a former champion, a real boxer, but Broner is like 4 divisions smaller than him. So that will be the advantage. That would be the play in that fight. You know. Gabriel, thank you for the donations. He says here showing support. Thanks for the commentary. Appreciate the support, man. Really do. Thank you. All right. So they just did the American national anthem. All right. I don't know how many they're gonna do. And they got Michael Buffer, man, still killing it, man. Still announcing these fights. He's got to be really up there, man. I can't believe he's still doing this. How old is Michael Buffer now? Michael Buffer is 78. 78 years old. How is Michael? How old? How much is Michael Buffer worth? Even though these things aren't actually accurate, they say Michael Buffer is worth 400 million. That's crazy. Isaac asks, "What time does the fight start in Cali?" Well, it's starting now here in New York, and you guys are like 3 hours behind us, so it would be 2:30 for you guys. Young Hollywood says he has $50 on Paul. Paul's end game is Canelo or Floyd. Yeah, definitely. Not me says the WBC has losing its prestigious value. I think they lost their value. I mean, they're still a major title, but at the end of the day, like no one really cares anymore about anything they make. It's a joke at this point. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Maker, thank you for the donation. Maker says didn't cool the pay-per-view, would rather support the brother and kick it with the chat. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. Didn't cop the pay-per-view. Okay, I got you. Didn't cop the pay-per-view. Thank you. Then thank you. I appreciate you guys for supporting today, man. Project Jab, thank you as well, man. It's always great to hear your laid back commentary wave. Who would you like Paul to face realistically if he wins? Um, Who would I like for him to face like a real fight? Realistically, that's a good question. Mm. I can't think of a name right now. That's a good question. That's something I have to really think about. I don't want to see no more crossovers, but I would want him to fight someone that is on his level, like this fight right now, if he is to win. But I would want him to fight someone that's a little bit better, like if he looks good tonight. All right, so round one, y'all. I can't answer that right now, man. I got to think about it. All right, round one, y'all. Here we go. Tommy comes right at him. Tommy comes coming right at him, and they're already tied up. This is an 8-round fight, y'all. All right, ref separated the two, told him to calm down. We tied up again. Watch this end up being like a wrestling match. Fury lands a jab and they're tied up again. And now they're fighting and they're just wrestling on the ropes. The ref is trying to control the fight and he's talking to them both. And he's basically like, yo, this fight, keep it clean. All right. The first minute of the fight, it's been all wrestling. Tommy landing jabs. Jake lands a jab to the body. They're both extremely jittery. Yeah, Tommy's landing some good jabs in this fight. Oh, they broke it up and Tommy caught him with a little flurry. It's the amount of holding that's going on right now is just it's killing me. Oh, overhand right connects for Jake Paul. Yeah, Jake has thrown in a couple of times, but he just landed it for the first time. You see the red mark on Fury's face. Fury lands another jab. You see a red on Jake Paul's face as well from the jabs he ate so far from Fury. Fury lands 2 jabs. Jake lands a left to the body. He lands a right to the body now. 25 seconds left in the first round. Jake is coming for Fury is on his back foot at the moment. It's a funny fight because it's like it's just neither one of them are good. I'm sorry. Fury comes forward and lands a flurry, closing out the round. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but it's neither of them is really good. I I think Tommy Fury might have won the first round. It's just funny. It's not a it's it's the way they're fighting. They're not good. But Tommy won. He landed more shots in his flurries and stuff. All right, but not a lot of clean punches from neither in that round. Jake landed a overhand right, landed a few body shots. Fury landed a good amount of jabs. Landed some combos. but it was a lot of wrestling and stuff like that. All right, but I have it 1-0 for Fury so far. All right, round two. All right, Tommy's back at that jab. Jake lands a right to the body. Jake's doing like some show buzz voting for, I don't know why, but Fury lands a right to the body. Fury's doing a good job so far. Nice jab from Tommy. Tommy's doing a good job landing the jab and moving laterally. Jake just tried to swing for an overhand right, but missed the mark. Tommy's just jabbing so far. He's moving. Tommy's not being nearly as aggressive. He's actually just stepping to his left and just popping that jab. And Jake is having a hard time getting through it. Fury caught him with a right hand coming in. Oh, Jake caught him with a big left hook. Another jab lands for Fury. Another jab lands for Fury, man. Jake lands a jab. But Fury's winning off the jab right now. Fury steps in, throws a flurry, but is blocked by Jake. So it's weird because Jake doesn't normally have to be the aggressor, but he is trying to be the aggressor, and he's walking into jabs. Because Fury is the one he's moving lateral, he's just circling around and jabbing and countering. Jake is trying to catch him with the overhand right, but he hasn't caught him with it yet. Fury's doing a better boxing so far. And tied up. 40 seconds left in the second round. Jake lands a jab. Another jab for Fury lands. Not much power from Fury. Mostly just jabs landed, but I mean he's the only one that's really scoring consistently here between the two. Oh, big overhand right lands for Fury. Jake tried to land one, but he's not connecting with it. That same shot he's landed with other fighters hasn't landed so far. So I got a 2-0 for Fury. I have it 2-0 for Fury so far. Uh I'll let you know who's I'm not sure who's in the corner for Tommy. Yeah, what Jake has to understand is that he's gonna have to set up some of the shots he's throwing. He caught him, he grazed him with one of the right hands he threw, but most of those right hands he's missed, you know. Fury's jab is really what's controlling this fight so far. I have Fury up 2 rounds. A little exchange between both in the center. Jake caught him with a check left hook. Nice jab from Jake lands. He steps in, lands a right to the body. Fury tried to connect the uppercut as he was lunging in, but Didn't land clean on that one. Another jab from Fury lands. Nice jab from Fury. Fury, if Fury keeps fighting in this fight the way he wants it, like this, he wins the fight. He got to keep this fight going this way. Jake caught him with an overhand right. But I feel like they're fighting Fury's fight. Nice lead left hook lands for Fury. Another jab lands for Fury. Jake actually looks a little frustrated, a little bit. Minute left in the oh, nice left hook lands for Jake. We're just under a minute left in this third round. Nah, it's a really no surprises so far. It's a competitive fight, but oh, nice overhand right lands for Jake. Definitely the most competitive round so far. No surprises really. Watch the head. Jake try to rub his head against Fury while they were tied up. This is definitely the most competitive round so far. But like this round here has been a lot more even because Jake has landed a few power shots. Fury has still landed more jab, but I think Jake is having a better round here in this third. Jake lands a right to the body. And they tied up. A lot of tying up. Probably the best round, though, so far. Definitely for Jake. But I still feel like this fight is going the way Fury wants it to go. That round was close. I think Jake landed a few big shots. I think Jake might have won that round. Hold on. Interviewing Logan Paul. Why are they having this? Yeah, that's weird. They have Logan Paul interviewing, right? But it's the whole arena can hear it. So Logan's talking trash about Fury while he's in the corner, like getting prepared for the next round. Yeah, I gave Jake that round. It could still be a Fury round, but I have it 2-1 for Fury. Not a bad fight. I just kind of want to see more clean punching. Fury's definitely sharper though. Fury comes in. He lands a combination on Jake, lands a right hand, lands a jab. He's starting out quick in his fourth round. He looks sharper. Another flurry from Fury. Project ass. I don't have no enthusiasm. I mean, not for nothing. The last fight was really good. The Macabre Jack fight was good. And this is like a completely different type of fight, you know? So we got 2 minutes left in the fourth round. Not much action from either so far. Nice short right hand lands for Fury. Fury's having a better round so far. Another right hand from Fury. Fury landed a good amount of right hands just now. He's winning this round. He's having a great round so far. Fury, Jake Paul's looking a little frustrated, man. Oh, Jake Paul tried to throw a reckless right hand, and Fury just stepped around it and caught a one shot. 1 minute left in the fourth round. Big round for Fury so far. Probably his best round so far in a fight. I want to. Jake Paul steps in, lands a left hook, backs up Fury. Then he throws an overhand right, and they're all tied up. Fury ties up with him. 30 seconds left in the round. Fury's back to his jab. Fury's just wait. Fury's fighting like he's just waiting. He's setting up a trap. He's just waiting. He's fighting off the counter. You know, outside of using his jab, he's just trying to counter Jake as he's just like recklessly lunges in. All right, we're closing. We're getting close to closing out this fourth round. Oh, whoa! Hitting the back of the head. Whoa! Jake was hitting the back of the head in the round, but clear round for Fury in my opinion. I have it 3-1 for Fury. Not me says Jake is having a hard time finding range and planting his feet. Yeah, he is having a hard time in there. Shadow says these two are horrible. Yeah. So far, it's competitive, you know, but what's keeping Jake in a fight here is that he's landing a big shot or two once or twice in every round. Fury is more consistent. His counters are better. You know, his jab is better. His timing has been better. You know what I'm saying? His defense has been better as well. He's boxing better overall. It's showing even in the punch stats. Fury's throwing more because he's throwing a lot of jabs. You know, but Jake will land a big shot or two as well. You know what I'm saying? But we're in the fifth round now. Jake has come out. He's landed a couple shots early this fifth round. And I think the tying up is a little frustrating too. It's taken away with a little bit of fight that we're getting from both. The amount of tying up. Charles, man, thank you, bro. Thank you for the super chat or the super sticker. The donate, man. Thank you. Thank you for donating today, man. This is your second time donating, man. Thank you. I really appreciate you doing that. You already know. All right. Oh, nice jab. But Jake caught him with a big overhand right, but I think the jab is it landed so clean. Jake is still trying to counter with that overhand right, but he just can't get the timing down. Like Fury is waiting for it every single time. What's going on? Oh, wow. The referee deducted a point from Jake Paul for hitting on the back of the head. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. Especially if this goes to a decision. That's not good. That's not good for Mr. Jake Paul, especially if you have him down in this fight. Whoa, Jake just caught him with a big left hand. Popped his head way back. It's probably the best shot he landed in this fight. That puts a lot of pressure on you now because, depending on how the judges have it scored and you just got a point taken, you know, that's pretty bad. He's going to need a knockdown or something. He might be winning this round, though, outside of the point deduction. 30 seconds left. I didn't get much from Fury this round. Oh, nice 1-2 lands for Fury. 10 seconds left in the fifth round. That was a nice right hand. All right. Fifth round is done. I have it 3-2 now. But we also had a point deduction for Jake. So you know, in those rounds, you know, especially the I think the first round I gave to Jake, the first round I gave to him in this fight, that could have easily been a swing round. So I don't know how the judges are looking at it. All right, we're in round 6, man. I have it 3-2. Jake comes out, lands a left hand. Jake is starting to be more aggressive now. Fury called him one a short right hand. Jake is trying to be more aggressive now. He has to be cautious because Tommy is still looking to counter him. Oh, nice uppercut. Not short uppercut. Caught Jake stepping in, rushing in and caught him. Yeah, Fury's doing good this round so far. Jake is being more aggressive and he's walking into shots. Another right hand, another right uppercut lands for Tommy Fury. Tommy is getting the timing right with those uppercuts, man. Nice right hands from Tommy. Tommy's really getting off this round. Jake is just, you know, continuously tying up. Tommy's landing some really clean. He's having a great round so far in the 6th round. A lot of tying up though. Every exchange ends in like a clinch between these two. Jake lands a left hand to the body, a right hand to the body. It looked like it was a little low. What's going on? The referee is splitting them up. I think he's just tired of them tying up so much. Nice jab from Fury. Nice short right hand from Fury. Fury's doing a good job. He's outboxing Jake Paul. Wait. Hold on. The ref is taking a point now. Tommy Fury just got a point taken from him. All right. I don't know exactly. I don't know if he was pushing his head down. I don't know. Something while they were tying up. The ref, they are tying up a lot, you know, but it's all right. So both have points taken at this point, but I think Tommy is winning the fight. And he's definitely winning this round. Nice left hook lands for Jake Paul. Oh, right hand lands for Jake. I mean, like right hand for Tommy. Yeah, I don't. Well, you could cancel the point deductions at this point because they both got one taken. All right, but I have it 4 rounds to 2 for Tommy. I have it 4 rounds to 2. I really don't think they're like if this fight continues at this pace, I don't. Jake has to do something. I think if he wins, he has to win at least one of these 2 rounds, and I mean clear or not even like I have it scored 4-2. Some of you might. I think. See, some of you only giving. What do you guys got the fight scored? The unofficial. Oh, Sean Porter has it tie. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Never mind. Nice body shot from Fury. Sean Porter has it a tie. So you know what? Whatever. Maybe it will be a draw. Sean Porter got it a draw. Yeah. Nice combo land for Fury. Fury's winning to me. Fury's doing a better move. He's getting his shots off and then tying up. Fury's doing a better work on the inside. Jake is starting to just look sloppy now. He's starting to lunge in with shots out of desperation. He's just lunging in. Fury's doing a lot of like leaning on him and stuff like that. He's definitely learned that from Tyson. Nice right hands from Fury connect. I don't know how Sean got this a draw. I think even the 2 rounds that I gave to Jake is kind of debatable. So to have him give him 3 is like, Fury's definitely winning this round. 40 seconds in the 7th. Remember, this is an 8-round fight. Oh, big right hand lands for Fury. Jake is taking some shots here, man. He's taking some big shots in this fight. All right. This round is coming to a close. And in my book, it's another Fury round. You know, yeah, it doesn't look like Fury is cut bad on his left eye. I don't know if that was from a headbutt. It's been a rough fight for both. Oh, it's from a head clash. Yeah, it's from a head clash. Yeah, that's a bad head clash too. All right. We're going into the final round, and I have it score 5 rounds to 2 for Tommy Fury. They both had points deducted, but that cancels it out. So I have it 5 rounds to 2. Nice jab from Jake. Big jab lands for Jake. Jake is being aggressive, but Tommy's being aggressive too, and he's still being real slippery in there. Oh, knockdown. Jake caught him with a jab. Legit knockdown too. Tommy is a flash knockdown. Jake, he was stepping in, and Jake caught him right on the chin and put him down. He's right back up. Oh, man, here we go. So much for that. I just said it. I just said it. I just said it. That might make it a draw. Now I believe a draw. Jake needed something. Jake needed something, and that was the gift right there. That was the gift right there. I mean, that's not a gift because that was a legit knockdown. He caught him right on the chin. Caught him right in the chin. He walked right into that jab, man, and caught him. Damn, son. Damn. See what happens for the rest of this fight. Maybe Fury gets him. I mean, Fury's been he's still landing some good shots here, but damn. Halfway through the eighth, we got a minute and a half to go. And Jake Paul has scored a knockdown. Damn, son. Yo. Oh, Fury lands a combination, backs up Paul. But Paul is Paul can take a punch, man. Jake Paul has been taking a lot of big punches from Fury. And Fury caught him with a big shot, and Paul is forced to hold on. Paul is holding on, man. Paul is taking some big shots in this fight overall, but definitely in this round. But he's still coming forward. This is this round is a good round. Damn, they both trade short right hands, but Paul got hurt by that one a little bit. I think Tommy was hurt from it too. And they both tied up. 30 seconds left, man. It's ended up being a very, very they're clearly both on each other's level. Clearly. So whatever you feel about Jake and whatever you feel about Tommy, they are clearly on each other's level at bare minimum. I mean, they're going life and death with each other. They're going life and death with each other, bro. No one's all this real boxer. They are clearly on the same level. Fight is over. They both go to their corners and raise their hands, and it's done. Yeah, clearly on each other's level. They're gonna show each other respect. They're talking to each other. Show a little respect. It's over. All right, man. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Yeah, that jab was legit. And you know what? Jake Paul didn't even land that many jabs in this fight, but that jab was a perfect jab. He caught him right on the chin. So I officially scored it 5 rounds to 3. I know Porter had it at a draw. So if this could go either way, y'all, don't be surprised if they give it to Jake Paul because I gave Jake Paul 3 rounds. If one of those judges says Jake Paul won 4 rounds, then this is going to be clearly going to be a win for Jake Paul because he scored a knockdown too. All right, they canceled the point deductions out because they both got a point deduction in this fight. You know, I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think, man? Let me know right before they say it. They're about to tell us, but What do you guys got? Let me know in the comments real quick. Who do you think the fight will go to? If you have been watching this fight, would it be Tommy Fury? Would it be Jake Paul? Will it be a draw? I'm not seeing a draw. I'm not seeing a draw. Oh, I mean, I am seeing a draw. I'm sorry. I'm seeing a draw, but I'm not seeing a Tommy Fury win. I'm seeing either a 1 point for Jake or a draw. Who was winning the point deduction rounds? Damn, I can't remember now. I forgot. I'm sorry. Fury. A lot of you were saying Fury. Split draw. All right, hold on here. Here we go. 75-74 for Paul. 76-73 for Fury. 76-73. It's gonna be Fury. Yeah, they gave it a Fury. 76-73 for Fury. Wow. 76-73 for Fury. It's gonna be Fury. Yep. Damn, that's crazy. Wow. Yo, Beats, thank you, bro. I see your donation, man. I appreciate you, man. That's one of my favorite channels right here, man. Thanks for coming through and dropping that donation for me. They probably could do a rematch. Damn, yo, Tommy Fury got a whole WBC belt on him right now. What kind of belt is that? I just want to know which belt is that. Yo, it was Drake. It was Drake. This is all Drake's fault. There's a rematch clause. Of course, he's gonna execute the rematch clause. It was too close of a fight. He got 3 rounds. He scored a knockdown. Damn, yo. Drake did it again, man. Good. Let me not say it was a good fight. It wasn't really a good fight. Too much hugging. But I would say those last 3 rounds or so started to get pretty good. What's up, Andy? All right. All right, guys. I got to get out of here, man, because I wasn't supposed to even be on here today. I got to get on out here. We'll talk more about this fight in the morning. Thank you guys for checking in. If you are new, please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, please smash the like button too if you haven't already. All right. Welcome new subscribers. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow to make more content. I got a new wave report tomorrow morning. And we could talk more about this weekend's fights and these upcoming weekend's fights with Mark Marsaio and Brandon Figueroa. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.